welcome back to Planet Coaster. That's the name of the game. This is the third and final pirate-themed mission called Pirate Cove. Former pirate-turned-entrepreneur Peg-Leg Pete appears to be struggling somewhat. His lone-addled park is incomplete and lacking in fun. If only he could remember where he buried his treasure. It's around here somewhere. Take the helm and turn things around before this ship capsizes. This isn't the first time I've recorded this mission, and also the time I recorded it right here that you're seeing, I forgot to fix my settings. So I had my recording software set up for push-to-talk so I could record things that we were doing in Raid, in FF14 for those curious, and then I forgot to fix it, so it has none of the actual commentary. It still has the game audio, but you know, no commentary. I don't normally do post-commentary. There won't be post-commentary for the entire video. There will be some fast-forwarding and such things, but this is the park that we start with. A lot of these buildings right at the entrance, in fact, I think all of the buildings right at the entrance, are not sellable or movable or anything like that. Also, those two stores start closed, and I'm not sure why, because I think that you have to pay the attendees or the shop, not the attendees, the shopkeeper peoples anyway, even if it's closed, so I went ahead and opened it. But this is the park you get. It's a lovely little area. The only downside is it has no rides, and you have a $10,000 loan to start with. As well as somehow you actually only start with like $7,000, so I guess he was just hemorrhaging money for a little bit. But what he does have is this incomplete roller coaster over here. There it is. It's called Incomplete Coaster, I'm fairly sure. Yep. And your job is to build a decent coaster to make yourself some money. Now, I've never built a roller coaster, and also am not very good at building roller coasters, so this is sort of what I ended up doing, but I would recommend you drop your loan payment down. You end up having to pay more total, but the lower monthly income gives you a little bit more time to get a coaster. If you're new, like I am, it'll probably take you a little bit to build a roller coaster that seems reasonable. What I ended up with wasn't a great roller coaster. It had, I don't know if it's mediocre, but it had yellow excitement and yellow fear, but its nausea was good. And I believe it ended up with like a 3-minute queue or something like that with continuous, like, full trains. It was basically just a 3-minute queue. So, you know, that was the thing. Anyway, here's the coaster I'm building. Or, you know, I'm speeding it up, all that jazz. I'll speed up another segment towards the end of this, but this is the coaster I build. I'm relatively proud of it. I think it ended up at some point making something like $4,000 something a month just by itself, which was absurd to me. But yeah, this is the first coaster I built. I'm relatively proud of it. Takes me a little bit to actually figure out what the hell I'm doing, but after that, I kind of just wing it and see how it goes. It turns out alright. That's pretty much how I do all of my roller coaster building, apparently, because the next mission I screwed up as well, so I have to re-record some post-commentary on that. So you get to see me wing another roller coaster build. Anyway, if you can get this roller coaster built before you bankrupt yourself and get it opened up, you should be fine. You should have enough income at that point just to be able to finish the mission at your own pace. I would recommend as well, if you know roughly how to build a roller coaster, that you just leave the game paused. It won't run tests, like you see it doing here. The roller coaster just flies off the end. It won't run these tests if the game is paused, so you won't get the live data feed there about your excitement and fear and stuff like that, and nausea. Which is why I have it. I'm trying to even out my stats a little bit. But you won't get that stuff, but if you know roughly how to build a roller coaster, you can leave it paused, and that'll save you a fair chunk of money, especially if you take as long as I do, on loan payments and stuff like that, so that's a thing. Anyway, this one's pretty easy if you can get the roller coaster up. You get that income. I'm pretty sure it completes an objective for you automatically if you get this. I'm just trying to smooth this bump out because it's causing some awful nausea. It doesn't really quite work, but it smooths a little bit. If you can get the income from this, I'm pretty sure it completes the silver objectives automatically. And then after that, you pretty much just have to build a few other attractions just to get some more guests, and then pay off your loan. And I believe that will complete all of the objectives for you. So it's not too bad. It took me a few tries, primarily simply because I think I ended up, yeah, just with 2 coasters, and you'll see how it actually just flows the park guests through really well. All that jazz. Anyway, that's pretty much the whole thing. Build a coaster, build some rides, to just some random throw rides and stuff like that to attract more guests. And then you'll complete this. It's not too bad. It took me, I think this is the second try. I think the one that's being shown here is the second try I had, because I was trying to figure out like how the hell to build a roller coaster. So the first try I ended up just bankrupting myself because I was just screwing around trying to build a competent roller coaster, not even a good roller coaster, just a competent one. So, and then I just restarted, came back, built this. It's not the coaster I built before. It's actually, I'd probably say, a little bit better. Because the coaster I built before, I ended up going down from the station, down into the little sandy area, like the dry lake bed down there, instead of going up a chain lift first, which ended up requiring a chain lift at the end in order to get back to the station, which kind of made the stats pretty bad, and that's generally not a good idea. But there you go, there's my coaster. I think it looks alright. You got these visualization things that I didn't use, but you can use those to do some neat stuff that I didn't do. But I think it was an alright coaster. I'd be happy to ride a roller coaster like that in the real world. Nothing really all that fancy. There were no actual vertical loops or anything. Well, actually, no, there was that half-loop corkscrew thing at the start there. And then I do the clever naming scheme of calling it the complete coaster, because I'm a genius. And then opening it up. And then before I stop doing the commentary and let the rest of this video play out, because it's a fairly simple deal once the rest plays out, I want to show, well, I'm going to show it anyway, but I just want to point out how quickly the park attendees flow into this coaster and how quickly the queue goes. Because I'd been watching a specific person. I will not name names. I may as well. I could. You know what? Just fuck it. I was watching Northern Lion play, as I am wont to do fairly frequently, and he never puts 2 train cars. 2 trains? Is it train cars or just trains? I don't know. He never puts 2 on any of his roller coasters. So his queues are like, 20 minutes plus sometimes on his roller coasters, and it always makes me slightly upset. I'm probably not the only one, but you can see just how effective this thing is at just getting people on the ride. It's actually ridiculous. And here's me being an idiot, forgetting how menus work. I was looking for the queue time because I'm a doofus. And then I remember that, hey, it's on the overview, and I was just looking at it, so I don't think the queue time actually ends up going above like 4 or maybe 5 minutes. So, but you can see the trains aren't in the station very long. They're in the station for like 10 seconds or something like that, and then they're completely full, they're out, and another train is back pretty much immediately after that one leaves. So that monthly income goes up real fast because it never stops running. It's actually really good. I'm proud of it. I like it. May not have the best stats, but by golly, look at the speed at which it throws people onto that ride. I'm fond of it. Anyway, once you get the coaster up, it's an easy campaign mission, so I'll just let the rest of this play out, and I will see you guys for the next mission, which unfortunately I also am gonna have to do some post-commentary stuff over, so that's the thing. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.